We are on the goal setting series. Today we're talking about short-term goals. We know goals are broken down into long-term and short-term. Today we're talking about short-term goals. Are you setting SMART goals? S-M-A-R-T. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timeline. Do you have that? You've probably heard this before, probably several dozen times. You've heard from coaches, from leaders, from teachers, set SMART goals. Are you doing that? Do you understand what that is? That's something we want to help you with. Let me break that down for you nice and easily. S, specific. You're always better off setting a specific goal than very vague. You want to know exactly what you're looking to do. Measurable. If you're not assessing, you're guessing. So make sure you have some metrics that you could go by, some very practical results that you can track to make sure that you're on pace and be able to make the necessary course corrections as you approach those goals. A, attainable. They have to be within reach. Now, long-term goals, that's a different story. If you're going to think anyway, you might as well think big. Go for it. If people aren't laughing at your dreams, they're not high enough. But that's not true with short-term goal setting. Our short-term goal setting has to be attainable. You have to see that it's within striking distance. That's very important for you mentally to know that you're close to a goal. It's also very important mentally for you to know that you still have a long way to go and you have something exciting that you're aiming for. But short-term goals, it's got to be attainable. I can do this. This is within reach if I follow my action plan. So make sure your short-term goals are attainable. You know you could do them, whether it's within a week, a month, 6 months, or a year, attainable within that year. Relevant is the R. This is very important. Almost all of us are team sport athletes. Even if we're individuals, even as a wrestler, back in my competing days, you can't do it without your team. You can't do it without your coaches. You can't do it without your workout partners. You can't do it without your athletic trainer. You can't do it without your parents, without the support group, the alumni, the donors. It's a team sport. Even if you're in an individual sport, you always have a team behind you, no matter who you are. So our goals need to be in line with our team's goals. So that means our goals need to be relevant. If our goals don't coincide with our team's goals, that we have a problem. Then we have to address that. So make sure our goals are relevant, in line with the team's ultimate goals. And finally, timeline. Make sure you have a timeline set for your goals so you know exactly when you're going to accomplish them by. This way, you could check yourself at that 1 year mark, at that 3 year mark. How am I doing? Where am I at? Do I need to make any changes? So have that timeline. Don't just say I'm going to be a national champ, or I'm going to be an All-American, or I'm going to be a state place winner, or I'm going to be a varsity athlete. When are you going to do this by? So very specific, very specific. This you want within your control. So specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timeline. I know you've heard this before, but make sure now you're applying that. Put it down on paper. If you're not putting it down on paper, you're not doing the mindset exercise. That's why we want to work with your team, or we want to work with your athlete individually to get the mental edge. And that comes through mindset coaching. We walk you through these different mindset exercises, just like a strength coach would take you through a lift. Right here, we're building the foundation with this goal setting. We can't even talk about peak performance, relaxing under pressure, aggressiveness, confidence, staying in the present moment. We can't even talk about that if we don't first talk about building a rock-solid foundation. And that's exactly what goal setting is. And short-term goal setting is oh so important. A lot of people have big dreams and long-term goals, but if you don't have those short-term goals along the way, that map that takes you to your long-term goals, you're missing out. Make sure you check out our website, zwinningmindset.com. Fill out the form and get your free trial session. We want to help your team for free. We want to help your kid for free. One free trial session. You might as well take advantage of it. Perfect time to do it. We want to help you. Ask us any questions that you have and let us get you started with this foundation level mindset. And then we take it to the next level with one of our great mindset programs. I say it before and I'll say it again. Mindset makes the difference, and the best time to act is right now. Let's get it done together. Take care.